Fellow entrepreneurs, good afternoon. How are you? Chris Birch back here. I am on a rainy, cold, rainy Saturday afternoon, heading to an appointment where a lot of you all know, I do a lot of real estate investment, small business investment, but I got a call from a potential private money lender who is looking to invest in one of our deals, one of our real estate investment opportunities. And this gentleman, I'd say I've probably known him 10 years, but got a call from him this morning that he wanted to, share with me that after he and I have spoken numerous times about my business, my projects, other stuff, that he wanted to sit down and see what opportunity I had for him. So I thought, great, let's schedule a meeting, let's sit down. So I am en route, about 10 miles outside of Washington, D.C., to sit down with them. And it's he and his wife. They're more inquiring as to how we do it, which you'll find when you start talking to people that are looking to invest, their retirement money. Maybe they're starting to consider maybe rolling over their 401k or their IRA, and then self-directing it to someone like myself as an investment, because as they now understand that the return that they're getting in a traditional retirement account is far less than what we offer. I mean, we typically offer on a real estate deal, a short-term deal is usually 6 to 9 months, which is a rehab property that we'll go in, buy a distressed property, we'll fix that property, and then put it on the open market. We typically pay between like 7 and 9%, where a traditional retirement account, they're probably earning 3% if they're lucky. But we offer that as a service to your typical mom and pops that are looking for something different, looking for some ways to do a little bit more strategized investment, because it's not very traditional, but it pays a great rate of return. We've had a lot of clients that we work with that are extremely happy. So I don't think they're gonna want me to record while we're in there, but what I wanted to share with you is when you start doing this, you better be ready. So I have here is my full prospectus, and my prospectus includes not just the property we're going to talk about, the investment they're going to be putting up their money for. The prospectus shows the location of the property, the condition of the property, and then what I like to do is kind of give them kind of a surrounding of the area. And I say that for two reasons. One, some people don't care. They just know they're making 8%. But this particular client, he's familiar with what we do, so he wants to see kind of the bare bones. He wants to see what is your plan? What is the neighborhood? What is the potential of the area? Are they currently developing? Are they expanding in this neighborhood? So he wants to see more of a demographic. So I actually, if we end up coming to terms today, which I think we will, because he's very informed with how we operate and what we do, he's the type of person that'll actually want to see the property. It's not gonna have any bearing to him making the investment, but because he understands what we do, he's gonna want to come to the house. He's gonna want to see it in its physical current condition, and he's gonna want to see a progress report. So what I'm prepared to do is give him basically our YouTube channel, our entrepreneur channel here. I'll give him that so that when we post new updates to share with all of you, then he can also see the progress of what's going on at the property. He can be able to see his investment. He'll be able to see his money working because he's an active, investor. He wants to be involved. So I'm actually about 2 minutes away And if I can't record while we're there, I'll jump right back on here as soon as I get out, let you know the status, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, so I am back from sitting down with a potential private money lender, and I say lender, it's a person. As I mentioned, it's a husband and wife who run their own business, and they're looking to do something different with their traditional retirement account. So what I've been showing them is what we call self-directing their retirement account. So they're going to actually be able to take their existing 401k plan and then roll that over into a self-directed 401k plan. And I'm going to share a video about doing that as well. But what I wanted to say is that when you're talking to a private money person, is usually a person who has a regular 9 to 5, a traditional job. They have their money sitting in with a custodian. There's a million of them, Fidelities and Schwab and all these other custodians that act as your financial planner. But what we offer is we actually offer a much higher rate of return because of how we actually structure our deals. Many of our deals involve either real estate or possibly small business, maybe working with a small business to help them with like some short-term funding. They're trying to acquire something. They've already proven to us that they know how to run their business and pay that back in a fast fashion. So we typically offer on the private side, we offer about a 7 to 8% return back to the investor, and we use 2 specific documents when we do that, and I'll be happy to share with you. I'll actually, down in the video description down there, I'll actually put a link to the doc that I mentioned, which is the prospectus. It's a document that we use to show how we manage their money, where we put their money, and then how they make that return. In addition to that, we use a very simple promissory note as a guarantee, meaning that we, as the borrower, we're borrowing money from their retirement. We're borrowing that money, and we're going to set out a term of 6 months, 9 months, typically no more than 9 months on average, of how we're going to pay that back. And then the money, the I guess you would call it the interest that they would earn. So, you figure 8%. Let's use like raw math. Let's say we need to borrow $100,000 to do a project. We're going to pay them over that term. We're going to pay them on average about $8,000 on that money. So I'll put in the video description as well, not only the prospectus, I'll put in a link where you can download the promissory note, the document that we actually use for these type of transactions. So I hope that's valuable information. Also look, we're going to be doing an update this week. Actually, we're going to do an update this week on some financial stuff that I've been doing, and how that might be able to help you. If you saw just a couple days ago, if you just go back on my YouTube channel, we sat down with Chris Van Buren, who's doing small business funding. Great programs. There's multiple ways that a small business person, entrepreneur, a startup business, there's multiple ways to get funding at really good rates. Many of them are 6 to 12 months. You're paying 0% interest. And once again, I don't benefit by sharing this information. Like with Chris's institution, I don't need to make anything from it. I'm trying to share with the business community, the entrepreneurs, things that I've done, things that I use every day to expand and grow my business. So that's it for now. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell. You'll be notified every time I post new content. And it helps in optimization for us to all share this information as small business people. So definitely hit that subscribe button at the bottom. All right, talk to you guys soon.